Hello, in this lesson, we will see how to prompt LLMs and agentic systems. Since these are probabilistic in nature, hence you must be very mindful of the instructions that you provide. One word here, one word there could mean the change in the meaning for the whole paragraph. Just like when you work with humans, a comma, a word could change the meaning of the whole expression. In the same way, when you're working with LLMs and agentic systems, you must be mindful of the instructions that you provide. Also, this is very different from how the deterministic systems used to work. Let's say a program wherein you could write a command and the compiler would follow that command very specifically. But it is not the same with either humans or not agents. Therefore, in this lesson, we will see how to instruct them, how to prompt them, and make them dance to your tunes and not vice versa. So let's go. So in this short lesson, we will look at the mental model for agentic prompting. So prompts are the input to the LLMs or the agentic systems, which drive them either towards the output or the outcome. Think of the LLM as the brain, the prompt as the magic words or the instructions, the steering wheel, and the agent as the executing unit or the vehicle. We've purposefully chosen Gherkin as the sample for us because Gherkin forces the user to write the prompts in a very structured format. We'll see some of those nuances in practice in a minute. But when you are prompting QA agentic systems or testing agents, we found the best results with Gherkin as the structure. So there are key differences when you are prompting for text to an LLM versus prompting for action to an agent. When you're prompting for text, you can just ask ChatGPT to write a follow-up email. It will give you a blob of text. But when you are prompting for action, you have to make things explicit. It should be well structured, meaningful, and syntactically correct, or else your agent might end up in hallucination and loops. So we use Gherkin as the bridge between the human and the machine. Over here, let's say we are trying out account creation on a CRM or Salesforce as an example. We break the prompt into three parts: given, when, then. So we do the arrangement for the test under given, when acts or and acts as the action layer, and then acts as the assertion. Given, I'm logged into Salesforce, that is how I set the context, and I click the new button, that's the action, and I fill the fields. Then the account should be created is the assertion. So that is how you can write good simple prompts. We must ensure that the prompts are structured for absolute clarity. When you are writing prompts for agents, think how you would message a coworker in Slack. You would be explicit and use verbs. You would separate instructions from data, and one scenario should follow one goal. That same mental model should be followed for writing good prompts for AI agentic systems. In the next section, we will see how to do this on the platform. So in this short lesson, we will see how to prompt agentic systems. We will use TestZeus as a reference. You can use the same prompts to try out on your side if you want with Playwright or YVM or other agentic systems. But since TestZeus is a batteries included approach, you can just sign up for a free trial or a limited plan and then just try out these prompts to get your hands-on exercises. You can use Google, LinkedIn, or Salesforce. For my use case, I've already signed up using Google, so I'll quickly log in using my credentials. So once I have signed up and signed in, I will land up on the dashboard. It will ask me some onboarding questions. I can skip them. And then on the left hand side, go to test management and tests. This is where I will find all of my preceded test cases. So when you sign up or sign in using Google or any other method into TestZeus, you will find a lot of preceded test cases. These are there to help you get familiar with the system. If I go inside a test case, we can see the prompt which will act as the test case for us. So let's zoom in and try to read through it. There are two parts in this. One, the parts in blue, so things like feature, scenario, given, and when and then, and the others are in black or other colors. We must ensure that on the platform, the parts in blue stay intact. So it must have a feature, a scenario, and the Gherkin syntax of given and when and then. Apart from that, it's entirely natural language. I can just go in and start writing the command that I want the agent to run. As you see, when I'm typing out the command, it is predicting the words ahead. So I can press tab and these will come to life. I can similarly keep on pressing tab and it will keep on generating the test case for me on the fly. I will get rid of all of this and we'll just focus on the test case at hand. It's about account creation in Salesforce. When I log into Salesforce with some username and password, and if I require OTP, then I will get it through the email MCP. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. And I navigate to accounts and I click on the new button and then enter account name as test, put in the current time and click on the save button. Then I should be navigated to the account details screen. That is how simple it is to prompt an agent. But at the same time, I have tried to be explicit when writing this test case. It doesn't say just go to Salesforce and create a new account. While agents can actually do that, it is always better to provide details for two reasons. One, specificity helps for agents. Second, it also helps for humans. Assume your teammates come in and they need to write, edit, or run this test case. They exactly know the steps that will be followed. So over here, the test case is preceded, connected to a test environment, you connect to other environments. But to run it, I can just click on the live test button on the top right. We'll do that in a minute. But keep in mind that since this is for Salesforce, what could happen is that the email OTP is not retrieved correctly through MCP. Don't worry, just log in using your Salesforce Dev Sandbox. Ensure that all the integrations are in place and then you won't need email OTP as well. You can just go in to this test case or write a new prompt for the test case, remove that line around MCP and still run it. But over here, what I'll do is, once this test case is written, I'll just click on the live test button on the top right. So while we will cover this in detail in the next lesson, what we can see is that I can just trigger the test case without configuring anything. A lot of agentic systems similarly follow the same design pattern. They will take in the prompt, which will be converted to the plan and will be run by the agent. Without giving away too much of the detail of running the test case, summarizing our progress, you have to write the prompt which will be given to the agent. That prompt acts as the test case that we are trying to run. It must be well structured using given, when, then, and should follow good design patterns such as arrange, act, assert. The first section should be around the arrangement of the test case and the data. Act should be around acting, and assert should be around assertions and checking for key values and behaviors. So that's how you write good prompts for agents.